A track from Abbey Road that John Lennon once described as a great song was, in his view, spoiled by Paul McCartney's vocal delivery. Although Lennon and McCartney created dozens of timeless classics together, the two did not hold back when critiquing each other's work after the Beatles dissolved. Lennon often gave detailed song-by-song commentary on Abbey Road in interviews. While the album is now considered one of the band's finest achievements, Lennon dismissed much of McCartney's input. In one interview, he even branded McCartney's songs as granny music, and this critical stance resurfaced when he evaluated the record. His lukewarm comments stood in stark contrast to the praise he reserved for George Harrison's Something in Here Comes the Sun. McCartney's Maxwell's Silver Hammer was brushed off as a typical piece from him, but Lennon reserved his strongest criticism for Oh Darling. In a 1980 interview, Lennon explained that the real issue with Oh Darling wasn't the instrumentation, but McCartney's voice. He suggested that while McCartney had written the piece, his vocal interpretation fell short, adding that he personally believed the track would have suited his own singing style much better. Lennon implied that because McCartney was the songwriter, he naturally kept the performance for himself, even if Lennon thought he could have delivered it more effectively. It remains uncertain whether Lennon truly felt the song should have been handed over to him, but his comments clearly show he thought his vocal style was a better fit. Interestingly, George Harrison also seemed unimpressed by the track's doo-wop-inspired arrangement. During his own breakdown of Abbey Road for Rolling Stone, Harrison downplayed Oh Darling, dismissing it as little more than McCartney shouting over a retro chord structure. He pointed out that the composition resembled a mid-1950s style, the kind of song thousands of groups like the Moonglows, the Paragons, or the Shells used to perform. According to Harrison, the Beatles' role in the track was minimal, limited to some faint background harmonies, while the spotlight remained on McCartney's forceful vocals. This rather blunt analysis left fans uncertain whether Harrison intended to sound so dismissive. When the interview resurfaced online in the Beatles subreddit, many debated the meaning behind his remarks. Some listeners observed that Harrison appeared to hold the song in low regard, while Lennon's frustration seemed rooted in envy, since he believed he should have sung it himself. Others commented that Oh Darling had not attracted much attention at the time of its release, since fans were more captivated by Something or Because. For them, the 1950s-inspired sound had seemed too recent to carry real nostalgia, and even a little outdated. Yet many added that, in hindsight, the track had grown into a fan favorite and was now recognized as one of McCartney's strongest performances, despite the criticism it received from his bandmates.